Let me know what you think about this. Based on Psalm 1. Barukh, happy, fortunate, prosperous, and successful are we who choose to love, revere, honor, worship, obey, praise, agree with, and live for Yahuah Ha'Aluah. We walk and live in the counsel of the righteous, following their advice, their plans, and purposes. We stand responsive and active in the path where the righteous walk. We sit down to relax and rest where the righteous, wise, and meek gather. We who are in righteous relationship with Yahuah, our delights and desires are in the law of Yahuah. And on Yahuah's law, precepts, instructions, and teachings, we habitually meditate, ponder, and study by day and by night. And each righteous person is like a tree firmly planted and tended by the streams of water, ready to bring forth its fruit in its season. Its leaves shall stay strong, vibrant, and productive, and everything we do shall prosper and come to maturity. The wicked, those who ignore, reject, disobey, and live without Yahuah, are not so. They are like chaff, which is worthless, dead, and without substance, which the wind drives away. Therefore the wicked, those who ignore, reject, disobey, and live without Yahuah, shall stand condemned in the judgment, and sinners shall refuse to be in the congregation of the righteous, those who know Yahuah, who are upright and right standing with Yahuah. The way of the wicked, those who reject and live outside Yahuah's will, shall perish and end in ruin and come to naught. However, Yahuah knows and is fully acquainted with the way of the righteous, because it is Yahuah's righteous, powerful, and wonderful way. Based on Psalm 1. Does that do anything different in your mind? Because I'm going to tell you the truth. It made me cry when the Ruach HaKodesh gave me the thing to change Psalm 1. Because, like he tells me, say what you want. Leave off the stuff that you don't. Because a lot of times we say, I will not fear. Why do you have fear in your mouth? Why don't you say, I will be bold and courageous? You see the change. Your mind is thinking bold and courageous, bold and courageous, bold and courageous, other than the other word. Instead of weak, I am strong. Yahuah will help me in my weakness. Let's just say Yahuah will help me to be strong. Do you understand what you're doing in your mind? Because your mind is the battlefield. So if you speak the negatives, that's what's going to come. That's what you're going to think about. But you will speak the positives, that's what you will think about. That's what will come. So try it. Even with your children or others, tell them what you want them to do. Say they're telling you a lie. Well, you can say, well, you're going to tell me the truth. You know, you're lying. What does that do? That makes people offensive and things like that. But if you say you're going to tell me the truth, okay, first they got to think about it. Then they'll be like, oh, you called me a liar or something like that. But a lot of times it helps to soothe the thing. Because there's a lot of times my children, will be like, they're not telling the truth, Tanisha. And I'm like, well, you going to tell me the truth? And they're like, yeah, okay. Do you see? It's easier to digest. And then we can talk about, hey, look, next time just tell the truth. And the one reason I looked at that, because I remember my older son, he had to write 50 sentences for my husband, and he says, I will not lie. And I remember writing sentences in school. And I remember saying, I, down the line, will, and then lie. So did that help? Of course, it did, because we worked on telling the truth. However, in that point, in that thought, do you think that really would have helped? So the same thing with us, individually, as a unit. Tell people what you want. Even when you palau and you interject and intercede for others or yourself. Talk to Yahuah about what you want. Yahuah, I'm tired of this and I'm tired of that. Okay, but what are you putting out there? Instead, you say, Yahuah, I got health, I got wealth, I got all that I need to succeed in this place, to do your will, to glorify you, and to praise and worship you. This is what I have. So what are you putting out there then? what you want and what you expect, even though you got to allow it over and over until your body get itself together if you need healing, your finances get itself together if you need that, your relationships get itself together, because you're saying what you want, what you desire, what you need. Try it. Optimism, positivity, what you want is what you want to say. Till next time, know that Yahuah loves you. Accept his love. Love yourself. I love you. Other people love you. Accept our love. Earn your own throne. Remember, you are responsible for your life and your existence and your situation and everything else about you. You're the ruler of that realm. And of course, get with Yahuah. Shalom.